You're a private investigator?
My profession is very complicated, okay? It's nuanced.
That's a lot of blood.
You beat people up and charge money?
Yeah.
Sad, isn't it?
How much would you charge to beat up my friend Janet?
What?
How much you got?
$30?
That's good. This conversation is over.
I always feel underdressed around you.
Please, you're always dressed up. Like you're
but
more
I'm always
appropriate.
I'm always underdressed next to you.
But you look, you
Always.
dressed for the room. You look good for the room.
I did take a look at the room and then but
I look like I
again,
could be going to
I
a
look
pimp
like
and hoe
I
party.
look like
You
a
don't know.
schlep next to you.
No, you don't. You look good. Well, that's my time. Good to see you. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Nice work in this.
Thank you.
I'm not blowing smoke. I'm not pandering to you. I love this movie.
Oh, great.
And it's one of those movies, 5 minutes into it, once you start to get the rhythm, maybe 15 minutes into it, when you and Russell start to dialogue back and forth, instantly you say to yourself, they gotta make more of these movies. I gotta see more of this. I don't want this movie to end.
Oh, that's cool. Thanks.
Did you feel it while you're making it?
It was a lot of fun, you know. I think it wasn't like that annoying kind of fun where I think the actors are having fun and you as an audience are like, I wish I was having half as much fun as these schmucks. We had I think enough fun that it's fun for the audience, but we also took it seriously at the same time. But it's a Shane Black movie, and I grew up on these movies. I grew up on, starting back from Monster Squad all the way through all the Lethal Weapons and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Right.
He's just, there's nothing like him, you know. He's such a student of all noir, you know. You go to his house and it's just it's just an endless library of everything he's ever read, but he somehow finds a way to synthesize it all and to put it all into his own voice. So it's just, for me, it was a thrill to work with him.
Yeah, I love that you touched on that, because not that I'm against the evolution of film and where it's going and the new digital media techniques and ways, but this film has such an old school gloss and gleam to it. It's got such a grit to it that you don't get anymore.
Yeah, they know it's Joel Silver and Shane. They know how to do this, you know, and yet somehow they make it fresh, you know, so it feels familiar. It feels like those things that I grew up watching, but at the same time, you can't predict where the story's going. Shane is just the master of thinking you're going right and you're turning left, and suddenly there's a giant smoking bee. There's mermaids. There's a tree man. You know, it's a wild ride.
Did the making of this movie, reading the script, or even going through some of the scenes in the motion, did it ever make you question the kind of parent you want to be someday? Did you learn from your character's mistakes?
I tried to. He's a pretty awful detective and a terrible, terrible father.
Well, I don't know. He's immersive. Like, you want to learn about the world, this dad's going to get you prepared for it.
Right. It kind of reminded me of Inspector Gadget. I don't know if you grew up on that show, but
what correlation could you possibly make?
Well, isn't
between...
like Penny, his daughter, she's really the detective, and he's kind of just a schmuck.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So that was my reference.
Nice. Yeah, I get that completely. This young actress you worked with is amazing. I don't want to say she steals the show, but she certainly holds her own.
She stealed it. She stole it. We tried to edit her performance so that she wasn't as good, but you just couldn't do it.
You're that guy?
Yeah.
Watching the dailies going, no.
No.
Too good.
Too good.
She shined.
Don't cut to her.
All right.
But she's too good. She's really, and Gowrie really, I was so grateful when she came on board because there was that whole aspect of the story. I didn't know how I was going to play it or do it. And then she came into the audition room, and it's one of those great moments where, another actor just kind of gives you all the answers.
Well, I'd like to see the trifecta again.
Thank you.
Sequel the shit out of this.
All right.
This is a high-profile case.
Made the newspapers.
Where is Amelia?
What the hell's going on?
Oh, there's a guy coming to kill us. That kind of crap.
Hey, can you behave like a professional?
I'm sorry.
She's in danger, man. We have to do something about it.
She's dead.
She's not dead. She's not dead.
Why do you think everyone involved with this case was dying? This is not you. You're not a murderer.
I just killed 3 people.
I know, but I'm saying deep down.
Look, if you come in here, you beat up on me.
part of the job, I accept it. But what did you do? You pissed me off.
Before we go solving the crime of the century, let's deal with the rotting corpse.
I got a plan.